Hello everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for May 19th to the 25th of 2024. Our quote for the week says, "Break free from outgrown consciousness and restrictive roles, relationships, and ways of living." Ashe. Let that go with the Sagittarius full moon this week. Also, this week is packed, so set some time aside to go through these activations. And I remind you here how when we have an intense week like this where there's several activations all in one week, then the next week is pretty light. I think next week we only have 2. So somehow this became one of the most intense weeks of the year. So pace yourself, pay attention to your own energy and the energies available, and let's dive in. So our week kicks off on Sunday the 19th with Sun sextiling Neptune. This energy prompts a momentary dissolution of the ego, allowing your authentic soul self to radiate. It directs attention toward your spiritual center, urging an assessment of its supportiveness. You know, we've been working on that relationship with our spirit team. It should be able to support you by now. If you have drifted from your spiritual practice, this energy facilitates a smoother reconnection to your own spirit, intuition, and your overall life's purpose. It invites you to recognize where your contributions hold significant value by considering the needs of others beyond yourself. Discovering a need and addressing it in your own distinct and delightful way becomes more natural under this influence, fostering a more generous and compassionate disposition. Your physical energy may be low as a result of Neptune channeling the sun's source energy inwardly to recharge your spirit. Otherwise, it could be projections of all kinds, yours and other people's as well. Best to spend some intentional solitude, preferably in nature, if, when, and where possible. Ashe, deep breath. Sunday church, however you do it. That's the 19th, and then we jump to Wednesday, the 22nd, when the sun will trine Pluto. This energy ignites a strong desire within you to accomplish your goals by any means necessary. And while you may come across as assertive, it ultimately serves a positive purpose. A trine is ease and grace. We're having some opportunities. This is good. So far, so good. The changes at hand are necessary, and facing them head on will provide invaluable insights that strengthen your foundation, facilitating organic evolution to the next level of your own life. This transformative energy encourages deep contemplation about your individual needs and desires, prompting you to reassess and potentially reform or release certain aspects of yourself, your life, or environment. Seizing the opportunity to evolve consciously will mitigate any intense Pluto energy. This energy helps you leave a lasting impression or positively impact others if you want to. But be sure that your actions and words are aligned with the highest ethical standards. Any attempts to manipulate others for personal gain will likely backfire on you. Embrace this positive, uplifting energy to clear away obstacles and manifest the life you were meant to live. Ashe, deep breath. So this is annual in a lot of ways. The sun gets together with Pluto, but we don't get a lot of ease and grace, so let's take advantage of that. The 23rd is a big day. We have activations on top of Venus moving into Gemini and the Sag full moon, Jupiter moving into Gemini. Like I said at the top, this is a big week. Also, Sun and Venus are kind of tracking along together, moving toward their conjunction on June 4th. So they're a little tag team this week, with the Sun hitting things first and then Venus coming behind it. So the first one on the 23rd is Venus conjuncting Jupiter. This is a powerful initiation. Again, something that happens every 10 months or so with the Venus cycle, but Jupiter takes 12 years to move around to these signs. So in this case, it's Taurus. So this is a powerful reset that is expanding and bringing benefits and improvements. So this is at the end of Taurus. So this is the last time for 12 years that Venus and Jupiter are going to get together like this. This is powerful for our essential needs, our creature comforts, our personal security, and initiating a new story that's based on very new values. Okay, we've been through a lot in the last 1 to 3 years that has shifted our consciousness in a lot of ways. And now we have all new values and priorities. So we're claiming a new story. We're walking forward in a new narrative, telling a whole new story because we get to believe something new and different is actually possible in our physical day-to-day reality. Like I said, this is the last little bit of Taurus energy. Squeeze all that goodness, the beauty, the stability, the longevity, the value. There's so many good things about these two benefactors getting together in that zone. This highly potent energy merges two influential forces to kickstart a fresh new cycle, heightening your awareness of your own evolving values, which are leading to a new narrative that is based on your earned wisdom over the last year or so. This energy prompts a drive for self-improvement and offers a connection to various forms of material abundance and natural wealth. Typically, this transition is marked by a delightful expansion of authentic beauty, echoing the interconnectedness of nature and all living beings. There is an energy of enthusiasm around new or growing relationships, which attracts more positive energy. This is the best time to be creative and expect miracles. I love it. So in the middle of release, we have some initiation going on that is very powerful to co-create with. Venus rules our relationships and finances, and Jupiter helps expand the consciousness around that and bring us to a new level. And as it's doing that, Venus is going to sextile Neptune, same day. This energy links your authentic values and priorities with the realm of dreams, mysticism, and multiple dimensions. It offers you an opportunity to solidify your vision by simply tapping into the essence that you aspire to experience. By immersing yourself in the feeling associated with that vision, you pave the way for its physical manifestation. This energy instills belief in the realm of possibilities, fostering support for artistic expressions or active practices like crafting vision boards, using affirmations, and anything that refines your new vision of reality. While other planets focus on steps and strategies, Venus prioritizes the essence of nature, love, and kinship. Neptune, likewise, is not concerned with steps and strategies. Instead, it encourages you to tune in to the natural beauty surrounding you. Set aside your usual inner dialogue for a day or two as soon as possible to connect with inspiration guided by your own heart and soul from the inside out. This inner connection will guide your creative inspirations and allow you to align more deeply with your own true essence. Ashe, another juicy one. Another good one for the artists as well. Creatives, the dreamers, all that good Venus and Neptune juju. Now, same day, this is how we know all this stuff is connected. We've got some big boys getting together. When the social planets connect with the collective planets, it's a huge deal for us. And then as individuals, if we have these signs activated, in this case, Jupiter in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces, then you can really use this for some personal shifts and evolution that you might be going through. I always say, let the big boys do the heavy lifting, for real. Just set your intentions and trust that because that energy is there, this is what's happening. And it's another one speaking to embracing miracles. I like that. We're at the 29-degree mark, which is a big deal. This is the last degree of Taurus, the last degree of Pisces. Neptune won't be back for 165 years. It's got some time to go. It's going to be another year or so there because it moves very slowly, but it is wrapping it up. Don't get it twisted. And Jupiter's done for 12 years. So this is another powerful alignment. A sextile is an opportunity to gain traction and to make some progress. These elements, earth and water, work well together. And in that case, we're definitely talking about manifesting, creating something with our own two hands. This is the faith and belief planets getting together. So it's all about your consciousness and what you believe to be true or possible at this juncture in your life. This activation presents an opportunity to embrace miracles, whether they stem from a belief in a higher power or the alignment of your own heart and soul. It offers various expressions, fostering spiritual growth with a broader, more universal perspective. You might feel inclined to aid the less fortunate or encounter individuals who expand your spiritual horizons. Under this influence, optimism and philosophical ponderings about life in particular may abound. It is a potent energy to tap into, as optimism, faith, and a connection to the greater whole can also facilitate instant manifestation, or what seems like miracles. However, keep in mind that there are probably some very real challenges that you are facing, which require tangible efforts to resolve. Stay focused on the possibilities while still doing what needs to be done to facilitate the highest possible outcome. The only challenge with this energy is that Jupiter, the planet of expansion and optimism, is getting together with Neptune, the planet of delusions and no boundaries. So be mindful of excesses of any kind. Remember, all things in balance, since it is rare that excess serves the higher good. I say. Okay, deep breath. Again, this is an opportunity to grow in your consciousness and to continue to deepen your dedication to relying on your spirit team and to cultivating relationships with your spirit team. That's a lot of what this activation is good for too. And now we have the two benefactors who just made moves at that last degree of Taurus, and so much good juju went down. They're both stepping into Gemini this week as well. Venus enters Gemini now until June 17th. When Venus is in Gemini, she is witty and wise, flirty and fun, curious, and down for adventure. This energy gives you the opportunity to gather all the information about the last year of your relationships and finances and take some time to actually process what did or did not happen. It is time to have open communication in our relationships and partnerships so that we can evolve and grow together rather than apart. Our needs and desires evolve over time. And rather than making anyone good, bad, right, or wrong, let's just discuss the evolution that's happened over the last year. With Venus, it is what we are attracted to and repelled by, and that evolves over time too. It is time to recalibrate your perspective and clean your own filters so that these discussions can be productive instead of destructive. This energy is also really good for creative writing and self-expression and focusing on your creative babies. You may want to go back to school, get certified in something that you are passionate about, or learn something new. If you are diving into your creativity and self-expression, she supports you as you do the research and revisions, as you develop new ways of expressing your ideas and magnetizing support and resolutions for any long-standing issues. It is time to evolve and explore new ideas and new perspectives, while not getting overwhelmed by the limitless of all the possibilities or distracted by so many little details. Venus rules values, priorities, resources, relationships, finances, love, art, beauty, culture. And in Gemini, the lesson of creativity, communication, and self-expression is what she is animating and awakening for one and all. It is a call from within to restore balance as an individual within the context of your thinking and the value of your ideas, thoughts, concepts, and individual voice. Your sense of self-worth and self-value may be in need of some focus and attention. You have evolved in the last year or so. This is a great opportunity to do some personal processing with detachment and objectivity so that you can renegotiate the terms of both your personal and professional relationships. This will help you determine what is or is no longer important to you while preparing to go deeper on self-care when she moves into Cancer. So because Gemini is one of the star points that she goes back to over and over, we have a light and shadow list for this. So be mindful between now and June 17th. The light expression is reclaiming your authentic voice, maintaining the connection to your soul, lighten up, be more sociable, enjoy others, express yourself through writing or speaking, experiment with various ideas without attachment to outcome, research ideas, clarify thoughts, and speak up. Explore new art forms or alternative mediums of expression. Expand on your creative ideas, visionary thoughts, and individual concepts. Do things that support any recently discovered or new ways of thinking. Create or improve your personal story based on your renewed values and priorities. That's a big one. Now, the shadow side, what we're going to have to watch out for in ourselves and others, is being flighty and disconnected, ungrounded, argumentative for sport and entertainment, careless with words and about others' thoughts and feelings, game playing and manipulation, scheming or plotting, usually around love or money, overwhelmed with too many ideas or too many details, being dogmatic or narrow-minded, being antisocial, intolerant, or opinionated, parroting, which means mindlessly or thoughtlessly repeating things without checking the facts, and being pulled between facts and truth, and being indecisive. So, deep breath. Let's work on all that. Let's do a little clearing while we can. Like we said, it takes her about 10 months to get back to the sign, but every 8 years she goes back to Gemini. And she did it in 2020. So we've already had a huge reset here. Same day, we're still on Thursday the 23rd for the Sagittarius full moon. Essentially, we are supported to do some process assimilation and elimination exercises. Now it's time for you to integrate all that you have experienced in the last 6 to 12 months into true knowing and earned wisdom. If you do not integrate the changes and evolution of consciousness that you've been through, the choices you've made, the knowledge you've learned, and the wisdom you've earned, then they never convert from ideas to bricks in the base that supports you, that foundation of your own creation. Many will stay in overwhelm or go even deeper at this point because this much information that does not get filed or deleted will overwhelm the system. Deep breath. Gemini time, May, June of every year, is a good time to review and explore the ideas, concepts, and perceptions that have been revealed over the last 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. It's good to note that the next month, Cancer time, June, July, the fundamentals will be up again. So you're supported right now to review which of the ideas that come up now will actually nourish, support, and protect you going forward. Choose ideas that have life and vitality. Choose ideas that feel right from your heart center. Choose ideas that expand your life rather than limit, pressure, or violate it. Simplify, prioritize, and reallocate your resources and redirect your energy consciously so that you are not a victim of the energies swirling around you. The energies of this spring have given us an opportunity to clarify our thoughts, explore the new ideas bubbling, and dream up new ways of expressing ourselves as individuals. And it's time to do that in a whole new way. But pace yourself. This is only the first baby step on a major new path. We will be expressing some new ideas and thinking, thanks to the recent Mercury retrograde, and this full moon can help us release anything no longer true and no longer part of the new story that you want to tell going forward. Try to schedule some downtime in June, July, and August, if and when possible. Even one day can feel like a week's vacation if you really give your mind and body a rest in favor of pampering your body, tending to your heart, and nurturing your soul. You'll feel loved by you, especially if and when you do this kind of self-care and rejuvenation. Remember, everything is a response to the last thing and preparation for the next thing. The Taurus-Scorpio lunation activated the new power, values, and priorities. And the Gemini-Sag lunation will activate the new ideas, choices, and story, which will lead to renewing the fundamentals that Cancer-Capricorn bring around home and work or our public and private selves. The more consciously you navigate this period, the more fruitful your fall harvest will be. Deep breath. Finally, this is the clearing release that precedes your Gemini new moon seeds. So also consider what you are calling into your life in terms of friends, collaborators, and networks, as well as new ideas, thoughts, and concepts that are birthing through you this year. You have to clear out the old story and old beliefs in order to manifest what you are calling in. So let's use this full moon to work that clearing. And you must join us. YeYe Teish has a full moon burden burning ritual that we do every month on or around the full moon for her Patreon clients. You can join her tier 2 for $25 or more, and that includes the new moon money pouring ritual, along with the full moon burden burning ritual. So you get 2 for the price of $25. I think that's way more worth it than the $5 for just doing the new moon ritual. This way you get 2, you get me and YeYe. It is amazing. We're all evolving at such a pace just by being able to sit at the knee of an elder, a wise elder. So join us that evening, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hop over to her Patreon and contribute to make sure you get the Zoom info. That's Thursday. Then Saturday, our big one, once in 12 years, Jupiter moves into Gemini officially. And we'll be there until June 9th of next year, 2025. So Jupiter activates a brand new 12-year cycle by moving into Gemini. You can and will improve your communication, expand your creative ideas, and cultivate new networks that can support you at home, work, and in the community. We are initiating a whole new truth, story, and belief system that is or can be rooted in your earned wisdom, evolved consciousness, and new thinking after 12 years of education and experience. If 12 years is too much to wrap your brain around, I would encourage you to think in terms of 3-year increments. The Trinity energy is very powerful, and when working with Jupiter, you are being exposed to an expanded awareness of a larger truth, of which you are an integral part. It is vital to work with this entity when you are consciously co-creating your personal code of ethics and integrity, as well as when you are rewriting your personal truth and story, especially at a whole new level of consciousness. Jupiter spends about a year in every sign, taking approximately 12 years to make it through the zodiac. We are initiating this new 12-year cycle together. There are personal, social, and collective cycles happening at this time. Jupiter, being a social planet, creates that common ground that we all share. In this case, the common consciousness. Plus, initiating in Gemini gives us all a clean slate new beginning to work with as well. This means that you too have a personal 12-year cycle that is being reset at this time, which has to do with some personal processing around our common beliefs about learning, education, and consciousness in general. It is a 1 to 3 year process that you can tune into that has considerable support for you to change what you believe to be true or possible for yourself, your community, and the world. Jupiter in Gemini infuses the atmosphere with an air of intellectual curiosity and an increase in communications. Gemini, being an air sign ruled by Mercury, accentuates Jupiter's expansive nature through the lens of mental realms, exploration of ideas, and social engagement. Individuals born under this influence are often naturally drawn to a wide variety of subjects, always seeking to broaden their knowledge base and expand their own understanding of the world around them. This year, we can all do that. You can get more engaged with your communities, go back to school, get certified, or learn something to make yourself more valuable to the team. On an individual level, this energy supports a deep dive into your own mind, consciousness, and beliefs to see if any of it is still relevant or even true. Truth is fluid and shifts as your consciousness evolves over time. There will be much more information to sort and sift through to get to the truth this year, and so activate your personal filters and prepare to ask questions at every turn in order to ensure that everyone is on the same page. Explore and expand your ideas and thinking and reset your beliefs in a conscious way going forward. The shadow of Jupiter in Gemini is a tendency toward restlessness and a desire for constant movement, change, and stimulation. Maintaining focus on one particular subject or project for an extended period can be challenging. Making the big choices may be challenging if you cannot make up your mind and commit. We may dabble in many things but not commit to anything. It will be very easy to overwhelm your system with too much information, making it hard to keep track of the juicy, relevant conversations that you really want to remember. Be vigilant and self-aware, but also watch out for those people who tend to speak without thinking first. Anyone with a drastically dual nature or is prone to gossip and superficiality. Overall, Jupiter in Gemini encourages a broad-minded and open-hearted approach to life, where learning is seen as a lifelong journey, and every interaction, even a challenge, is an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. So even when conditions are not the way you want them, Jupiter always asks, how is this perfect? Or what is this good for? So that we can expand our thinking, activate our imaginations, exchange ideas, and engage in lively discussions that might lead to greater ideas and creative solutions. Anyone who is a skilled communicator, adept at articulating their thoughts with clarity and charisma, will succeed under this influence. Jupiter in Gemini fosters adaptability and versatility, allowing individuals to thrive in diverse settings and adapt to changing circumstances with more ease and grace than usual. The fields that require mental agility, such as teaching, writing, journalism, or public speaking, will expand and thrive this year. These energies will be especially transformative for anyone with strong Gemini Sag and/or Virgo Pisces activated in your chart. Otherwise, it is time to do some processing and initiation in your Gemini house. which will require integration of your Sag, Truth, and Story as it evolves. This will also require your Virgo Pisces houses to grow and change to accommodate this new beginning. The next 3 years are vital to anchoring much larger cycles that will expand your consciousness and activate new creativity, ideas, and choices. Deep breath. Years to reflect on: when Jupiter was in Gemini, 24-25 is now. The last time it was there was 2012 to 13. It's going to go forward and have its first test in Virgo, akin to 2015-16. The midpoint will be in 2030-31, akin to 2018-19. And the final test will be in Pisces, 2033-34, akin to 21-22. So these are the years that you can sort of feel into what was going on at that time in your consciousness, in your belief system, all of it. Now here's my little 2 cents bullet list on Jupiter and Gemini. Duality, multitasking, and many goals at once. This will be activated and available for all of us. Research, gather information, and expand your knowledge base. Join or create small groups of like-minded souls and share information. Take or teach more classes, workshops, and seminars. Do some creative writing, journal, letters, book, etc. Publish your creative art ideas and or writing. Take time to contemplate new and unique ideas and concepts, and make lists and check things off as you get them done. Deep breath. Because that's going to be your only saving grace with all this information and possibilities and choices and things that are going to be activated and expanded because Jupiter's there. That's this Saturday, and the same day, Venus trines Pluto. This is our last activation for the week, y'all. And it just seals the deal on the rebirth that's happening this week, at the very least, in terms of our consciousness, based on the values that have been upgraded, let's say, in the last year. So when Pluto enters the scene, intensity rises, allowing you to perceive your soul self with heightened clarity. Venus, on the other hand, illuminates what truly matters to you, your personal values, priorities, and preferences around your relationships and resources. If change is in the air, then this harmonious alignment facilitates smoother purification and transformation than usual. So what changes are you prepared to make? How have your values and priorities shifted in the past year? Utilize this activation to deepen connections with those closest to your heart, encouraging relationships to evolve to their own natural next levels. If you are focused on improving your relationship with money or self-worth, consider using this time for prayer or ritual to support positive change and envision a brighter future. Harness any intense emotions or poignant revelations by channeling them into art or creating a vision board, expressing the profound depths emerging from within and rising into your conscious awareness. This energy tends to amplify relationships and intensifies emotions, fostering a strong emotional and physical attraction towards someone else. It encourages a compelling need to express love mentally, emotionally, or physically. Such intensity can also bring deeper insights to the surface, ultimately strengthening any relationships, partnerships, or collaborations. Relationships initiated under this influence typically carry a heightened intensity, just as any form of creative expression, whether artistic or otherwise. So Pluto intensifies everything. Venus is that beauty and creativity. This trine is ease and grace. It's also ease and grace around transforming, though, in your values or in your relationships and resources. So I like it as a closure to the whole week. It just sets it off and lets us know that there's no going back to the old way, so you might as well prepare to tell a new story. Now, the full moon burden burning ritual with YeYe Teish is the only event this week. Next week, the only event I have is the Venus Circle, but this is the first one for reclamation, and there is a little handful of you that have come into the new Venus Circle and ordered your book, your custom guide, and the reading that goes with it so that you can really learn how to work with Venus consciously. Normally it is $200, but we're doing a special because it's only half the cycle left for $150. So if you're interested in having your own personal activations and a little monthly guide, if you're a journaler and tracker, then this is amazing. It's also a very focused reading. So for those of you who have already gotten the Astro Tarot reading from me, this might be a good alternative to going deeper in one particular area of life, which is Venus, and that's your relationships and finances, which is pretty much everything that everybody cares about. So that's how that one became so popular. But the workbook is really delicious and the reading will set you on track. Also, this is the last week number 3 of Elements of Ritual for you to register and join us. You can't really get behind because you have access to the classroom. You're going to want to go back to these things over and over anyway. So we encourage you to register and join us anytime and know that these little bonus things are included. Some of them have already happened, but they're still included. The Venus Circle on Thursday the 30th. Buffalo Medicine is the medicine for May, and that replay and tools are available for $25. If you're interested in learning about astrology through your own blueprint or learning about cycles and patterns the Kelly way, then join us for Astro 101 in July, August. That class will be held on Tuesday evenings. The Power Circle subscription gets you your personal activations, which is your transits, and that's more than just Venus. Like in the Venus book, it's just Venus. But in this one, you get a monthly report. There's actually 2. One is highlights, one is details. The highlights is usually 7 to 10 pages, and the details are usually 30 to 40 pages. So if you want to go deep, I think that's because it's got the moon activations, and the moon does a lot of things all day, every day. So that adds to things to look into. But if you're a tracker, again, my trackers love this stuff. And you get the forecast ahead of time and the lunar tools and all kinds of extra bonus goodies in there for just $9.99 a month or $99 for the year. If you want to go deeper with Mars, Venus, or Mercury, those activations are good. The Astro Tarot reading is like a 2-for-1 where you get your cycles and check in there with your birth chart and everything if you've never done it before. And a tarot reading usually geared toward here and now, so we get some very specific guidance. And if you've already gotten that one, then you would sign up for previous client's link and we would do a follow-up. Check in and see where you're at. And if you're new to the circle or community, at the bottom of my blog is the Soul Sisters video invitation to the circle. That has a little bit of my story and my core values that run through all my circles. So I thank you all for being part of the community. Thank you for listening. Join us when and where you can. Reach out when you need to, and have a fantastic week. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.